They who flourish. Welcome to this week's Harmonic Current. From June the 1st through June the 7th, 2026, we move through hexagram 35. This is fire over earth. Jin, that's what the ancient Chinese called this hexagram. It's progress, advancement, the rising sun, the dawning of a new day. And when I sit with this energy, I do not see ambition. I do not see striving. I do not see forcing our way forward. I see something deeper, something more ancient. I see the moment the sun rises after a long night. The moment what has been hidden in the depths of the darkness begins to emerge into the light. The moment something that's been growing, gestating beneath the surface finally becomes visible. This is why I chose to title this They Who Flourish, because flourishing is not something that we force. You see, a flower does not strain to bloom, and the sun does not struggle to rise. The seed does not argue with spring. Flourishing is what happens when life is allowed to move through us, and yet so many of us have forgotten this. We have been taught that progress is measured by achievement, that advancement means becoming more important, knowing more, that being seen is more valuable than becoming aligned. But hexagram 35 teaches something very different. It teaches that true progress begins within, and before something can emerge into the light, it must be nurtured in the darkness. Before a voice can speak truth, it must listen deeply. Before wisdom can be shared, it must first be lived. And this brings us to the throat center. In the human design, the throat is often called the center of communication. But I think of it as something much more sacred, as a belfry, if you will, the place where what has ripened within us is finally sounded out into the world. The tolling of the bell, if you will, the place where the invisible becomes visible and moves into a sound frequency, the place where mystery becomes word, the place where spirit becomes expression, and then it becomes heard. And as someone with an undefined throat, this has been one of my greatest teachings. For many years, I believed that I needed to speak more, teach more, explain more, produce more. I thought visibility came from effort. I thought being heard came from finding the right words. But life has taught me something else. An undefined throat is not here to force expression. It's here to discover the wisdom of timing. Not every silence needs to be filled. Not every insight needs to be shared immediately. Not every message is ready to be spoken the moment it arrives, because not every message is ready to be received. Some truths need time to mature. Some teachings need time to ripen. Some messages are still becoming. And when we allow that process, there's something beautiful that happens. The voice arrives naturally, not from pressure, not from fear, not from the need to be noticed, but from a deep divine alignment. The words come because they're ready. The message comes because it's embodied. The teaching comes because it has become lived experience turned into mastery. This is the deeper mystery of Gate 35 in the human designs. And in the gene keys, it tells us that the shadow of this path is hunger, and the gift is adventure, and the Siddhi is boundlessness. But most people hear the word hunger and they think something's wrong. But hunger's not the problem, you see. Without hunger, there would be no growth. Without longing, there would be no movement. And without desire, there would be no evolution. Hunger is the sacred force that keeps life moving. The question is not whether we are hungry. The question is how we relate to that hunger. The repressive nature of this shadow is boredom. This happens when the deep hunger of the soul is pushed down into the unconscious, when the longing for life is denied, when the desire for discovery is suppressed, when we stop listening to that quiet voice that's calling us towards something greater. And over time, the fire begins to dim. You see the eyes lose their sparkle, and the face of the individual loses its radiance, and life becomes predictable, safe, manageable, yet strangely empty. And this is not peace. It's often hunger disguised as resignation. The reactive nature of this gene key is manic activity. This is the opposite extreme of suppression. These are the people who are terrified of emptiness. They're terrified of stillness. They're terrified that if they stop moving, they might have to face what lives beneath the surface. So they fill their lives with endless activity, another relationship, another course, another workshop, another project, another destination, another spiritual path. And in and of themselves, none of those things are inherently wrong or bad. It's always believing that the next experience will finally satisfy that longing, though. This is yet where the hunger returns again and again, because the purpose of the hunger was never fulfillment. The purpose of the hunger was adventure. The great secret of this Gene Key 35 is that the treasure is not at the end of the journey. The treasure is the journey itself, the adventure itself, the experience itself. This is why Gate 35 and 36, they form a channel of transitoriness. It's called the channel of experience. These gates here are not here to avoid emotional waves. They're here to learn through them and to discover that wisdom is not found outside of ourselves. Wisdom is born through living, through loving, through losing, through succeeding, through failing, through rejection, through beginning again and again and again. Every experience leaves its imprint upon the soul, and every experience either expands consciousness or contracts the heart. Every experience contains a hidden gift waiting to be discovered by you. The divine rarely speaks through certainty. The divine often speaks through experience, through relationships, through joy, through grief, through longing, through crisis, and through miracles. The divine speaks through life itself, and every experience becomes a doorway, not because every experience is pleasant, for sure, but because every experience contains the possibility of awakening. This is where the ring of miracles begins to reveal itself, not because we found the perfect place or we found that perfect person or we found that perfect teaching or the perfect path or the perfect way, but because we finally discovered the sacredness hidden within every experience. When hunger transforms into adventure, life becomes an initiation. And when adventure matures into boundlessness, we discover that there was never anything separate between ourselves and the divine. There are some souls who feel this calling more intensely than others. They are the protectors of the divine. They are the progenitors of divinity. Not because they're better than anyone else, but because they carry a deep inner longing to remember and embody the sacred in a world that has so often forgotten. They are drawn toward the mysteries beyond the veil. They're drawn towards truth. They're drawn towards experiences that awaken consciousness. These are the souls who walk the path with the divine. They understand that every experience is an initiation and every challenge is an invitation. Every rejection is a redirection. Every crisis contains the seed of revelation. Their journey is not about escaping the world. Their journey is about bringing more light into it, illuminating the pathway. They bring living light between heaven and earth. They are those bridges between spirit and matter, between what is hidden and what is revealed. And in doing so, they help illuminate the path for others. This week, I invite you to notice where life is asking you to merge and to emerge, not to force, not pushing and don't strive, just simply emerge. What within you is ready to come into the light? What truth has been ripening in the dark? What wisdom have you earned through your own experiences? What story have you been afraid to tell? What message has been waiting patiently for its moment? Because someone, just someone, may be waiting for the wisdom that only you can share. Not because you know everything, but because you know something. You have lived something. You have survived something. You have learned something. And your experience may become the doorway through which another person discovers their own miracle. This is the gift of those who flourish. They do not flourish because life has been easy. They flourish because they have allowed life to transform them. They have learned to trust the timing of emergence. They have learned to experience and let that experience become wisdom. They have learned to let wisdom become expression. They become protectors of the divine flame, progenitors of divinity, not through a doctrine or a religion, and not through perfection, but through the courage to live fully, love deeply, learn continuously, and share the wisdom gathered along the way. Those people, they become those who walk the path with the divine, and in so doing, they become a rising sun for others. May this week bring clarity where there has been confusion. Let the light illuminate places of darkness. Expression where there has been hesitation. And may you trust what is truly yours to share will arrive in its own perfect timing. You may remember that flourishing is not something you achieve. It is something you allow. May your soul flourish as one illuminated, transitory petal of your soul unfolds and voices its expression in the eternal now. May each experience become a doorway through which more of your true nature emerges into the light. And may you continue walking your path with the divine, one experience, one revelation, and one rising sun at a time. And if this transmission speaks something deep within you, if you're one of those souls who feel called to walk the path with the divine, if you're ready to transform experience into wisdom and wisdom into embodiment and embodiment into service, I invite you to join me inside the sanctuary for your soul. It's a place of remembering. And for those who feel called deeper, the doors to my inner sanctum will be opening soon, July the 1st. A place of walking the womb, a womb walking initiation, a place of remembrance, a place of the darkness coming to light. It's a place where we will be birthing the new earth in you, a place for those who are ready to become conscious stewards of the sacred mysteries that live within them. Until then, continue listening, continue trusting, continue emerging. The rising sun is already within you.